Impact is something that we all like to do. How many of you like to be someone of impact? If you don't have impact, you have no... Think about it. What's your reasoning? What's your purpose comes from this thing? What's your reasoning of existence, being on this planet? A lot of spiritual people get all this deception of, oh, I need to leave this world. So God made all the effort to put you onto this planet, and then for some reason you get into some spiritual thing. Oh, transcendence. I want to leave and never come back to this 3D world. You have to do something here. There has to be a reasoning. So what do you think your reasoning on this planet is? What is spiritual awakening? What is spiritual consciousness? What's that elevation? Well, it's the equivalent of this, right? Let's say right now, I'm stood here and there's a tall building. Every day I go to work in this building. Every day I drive home. What do I see? I see my home, I see the road on the way, and I see this building. Now, if I'm in this building and I'm working in this building, what happens is a lot of the time I'm like, okay, I'm looking around and I see the next building. I say, oh, work seems better than mine. You get paid more doing that. So now you think you got choices. But your choices is in your very limited reality. You ain't got much choices. You need to understand that. And right now, when you're in, and the rest of it is just conditioning. It depends on your surrounding. If I was speaking to you every single day, maybe you'll thought, oh, what? I can do that. What are you talking about, right? But if you're just there in your usual surrounding, what will they say? Well, I don't know. If you're in whatever business or if you're in whatever job, then the people around you probably speak very similar to what you're doing already. Do you understand what I'm saying? Well, most likely, what they're doing, you're doing, and you all do the same thing, and that's what you know. So what you'll do is you'll look in your friendship group and you'll say, oh, she or he is living a better life, and maybe I could do that. And you think you got a choice. But your choice is very limited, because your choice is limited to what you know. And what we know is, tell the person next to you, what you know is this much. So what is expanding consciousness? Expanding consciousness and spiritual awakening, what does it feel like? Well, imagine now you go inside this building, okay? And then you take the elevator and you get to the top floor. When you get up to the top floor, how many of you have been on the top floor of a building before? You look over and you go, oh. How many of you have seen from a top floor view before? How many of you trekked on a mountaintop and you trekked from a mountaintop, you look over and you go, wow. Okay. Now, the interesting thing about when you go up, on the way up, think about this a moment. Anybody ever been trekking before? Walking a mountain? Okay. Now, when you walk up, is it true that if you walk straight for, like up straight for 20 minutes or so, actually at that moment, you could pretty much just get your phone out and take a photo and be like, whoa. Have you ever seen the view? You walk 20 minutes and you're like, whoa. You take a picture. Then what happens is you hike another 20 minutes. When you look over, you're like, you take a photo. And then what happens is, has anybody ever been to a peak before? It doesn't matter what peak, right? It could be a little hill in your garden, doesn't matter. Okay, you got to the peak. Okay? When you get to the peak, how many of you have been to the peak? And then you go, whoa, how many of you had that feeling before? Has anybody ever had a feeling before? Now, this might sound bizarre to some of you, right? Anybody have been to a peak before of a mountain and you looked over and you don't know why, but it didn't just feel peaceful, but for some reason you felt emotional. Do you not think that's a bit weird? I mean, if you think of it logically, it's a bit weird. You're on a mountaintop, you're looking at some trees and plants and grass, and you just want to cry. But it's like, why are you wanting to cry? I tell you something, spiritual awakening and consciousness is exactly the same thing. A lot of people who get awakening, actual awakening, third eye open, dimension travel, astral travel, whatever you want to call it, right? That's what they do. They're just bawling, they're just crying, and they don't know what's going on, and because they feel something they've never felt before, but it cannot be described through words because words are limited. That's spiritual awakening. But what do you see at the top is most crucial. I'll tell you what you see at the top. When you get spiritual awakening, you get spiritual consciousness, and you look down from the top, you will see a park you've never seen before. You will see there's a play area over there you've never seen before. You'll see there's boats there you never knew, and then there was boats there. You never knew you could make an option to go and skydive from that part, or jump from that part, or do that, or dance over that area. You've never seen all those options before. And you'll realize that now, when you're on the top floor, you can say, what shall we do today? When you're on the bottom floor, you don't have choices. You only see the next building and the people around you. And a lot of the time, when you see the people around you in the next building, it can feed physical, but it will never feed soul. It will never feed your soul. What does feeding your soul feel like? like I said before, if you've ever been on top of the mountain, you cry for no reason. You don't even know what, I don't know why. I'm just standing here and it just feels like that. When you're feeding your soul, that's what it feels like. And if you live in absolute congruency with your soul calling, your dharma, it's a crazy experience. I'm telling you, you know, I don't know if you guys can ever feel my energy when I do this, but sometimes when I talk about what I do today, I could just cry right now. It's a crazy life. It really is a crazy life. If you think about it, what does Master Sri Akarshana do? Whatever he wants. It's like, what? It's whatever, whenever. What do you mean? But what does he really do? Well, just, I don't know. I just help people when I want, and when I don't want, I just don't know. Just play football or something. I don't know. Just whatever. And then it's like I get to experience everything. Today I can do this, tomorrow I can do that, tomorrow the next day I can do this, and I can do anything. And it's just like, wow. And then it's like, but why are you motivated to do so much? For what? Like, make more money for what? The question, like, what? I can't think of anything I want to buy. I can't think. My brother was saying to me the other day, he said, bro, you should do an unboxing video. I said, what do you mean? He said, unboxing videos get loads of views. I said, but why should I do an unboxing video? He said, you get packages every single day of all these things. They're like, just, and I don't think about it, you know? I don't think about it. Like, I just like, because it's freedom. It's not about the money. Half the things I've got, nobody knows. It's just, I know, because I just say, oh, new camera. Oh, it's $20,000. Oh, that's quite nice. Oh, new lens. Oh, another $20,000. Oh, that's nice. And just go and buy, and then people think, and then, but I don't put this out there, because if I put this out there, some people will say, oh my God, you're just buying things all the time, whatever. No, but because you're missing the point, actually. There's abundance. It's in the same way that I don't post about my charity every day. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm living it. And it's amazing that when you tap into that abundance and you realize that abundance is you, like, life is easy. And life is easy, I'm saying, with a lot of gratitude, by the way.